Hey guys, it's me, the Pixel Girl. Today I'm working with two cameras, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see, because I do tend to look off to the side. So now there's a second camera to catch my gaze when I look away, right? So we'll see how that goes. It is October the 12th, 2019, and I'm here to give you guys an update. Okay, I don't know if I said so in the last video or not, but the skull quilt is done. The skull quilt is finished, and I also managed to sew together Candace's top quilt so that it was one big piece. And then last night I went to baste the quilt. So I was going to lay out the back of the quilt. I was going to measure that and iron it and make sure that it was the right size and just get everything ready so that I could baste the quilt. But when I went to do that, I measured it and it's 50 inches one way and then 46 inches the other way, which didn't make any sense. And I said, well, that's not possible because this is a complete square. It's the Micmac star. It's like the exact same dimensions, and I designed it, so like it has to be perfect. But for some reason it wasn't. So then I took a couple steps back and I just looked at it for a few minutes, and I noticed that this is one of those artistic mistakes. I noticed that I had actually left a line out near the top and near the bottom of the quilt, which is why it's like 4.5 inches shorter, because each of my pixels is about 2.25 inches once it's sewn into a quilt. So that was kind of like, oh no! And it wouldn't have been that big of a deal except for the fact that the whole thing is kind of checkered. So I mean, every color in the Micmac star is like a checkered kind of a scheme, and then the background of the whole quilt is a checkered scheme. So if I had gone for any other way, it wouldn't have been any problem to fix it. And if I was sloppy or lazy, I would have just said, whatever, we'll just let it go. But it's possible this quilt's going to be around for a really long time and multi-generations may see it. So the last thing you want is to put a permanent mistake in something that might be around longer than you. It's not a balloon animal, it's not a cake, you know, it's a quilt. So I am slowly but surely picking apart the quilt and putting in the pixels where they need to go. I don't know why I've got this here, but you know, so I had to like cut off all 4 sides of the quilt and put in an extra row of pixels. And then I had to, what's going on here? Then I actually had to reposition every single white pixel. And I'm also going to have to reposition every single, I'm not sure what's going on here. Every single other pixel. Oh, that's right. So yeah. Basically, I'm in a big pixelated mess right now, but I see the light and I can see the way forward, and it's all gonna be okay. But right before I fell asleep last night, I was cutting and fixing my pixels here. So I am going to fix this. This is exactly how it has to be right now. It'll be okay. Trust me. I know. And yeah, so skull quilt is done. This is going to be okay. And Colleen is really busy. Colleen just became a doctor. So Colleen is probably up to her neck in all kinds of other things that she's got to do, all the social obligations of graduation. Congratulations, Colleen! But that's okay too, because more time is more time. And I finished the skull quilt. So that's great, because that means that I've got all this free time to do all the other things, and my business course is still happening, or maybe it's a class, or I can't really tell. It's a program for self-employment, which is what I'm doing, and I'm just getting to the part where I have to submit a business plan, which is exciting and scary. So that's like exciting and scary and fun, and I'm looking forward to having it all finished, and then I'll probably get into marketing, and I'll probably get a lot more people to jump on board really, really soon. I'm hoping. And in which case, you guys watching this right now, if you're not already a patron of me on my Patreon, you should subscribe to my Patreon, because you could be the next person who's picking a quilt with me that I'm going to be making, and then I'll be shipping it to you, and I cover the shipping. And I'm only asking for $1 a month, or pay what you can, to get into my next draw. So that will be happening on the 5th of November. Oh my goodness. And you can just go to patreon.com/HEZETT, because that is me, and for just $1 or whatever, put your name into my bingo cage, and then on the 5th someone else becomes my winner. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what Colleen is going to choose, and then I'm going to get to work enthusiastically making it happen. So in the meantime, I have this great project to suss out, and I'm going to, and that's great too, because I can't wait to see this when it's finished and perfect, because I'm not letting it go out the door not perfect, right? So thank you guys for checking out my video. Thank you for being a subscriber. I really appreciate all of you guys. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever. I do notice I've got 371 YouTube subscribers now, and I've still only got about 62 people in my next draw, so do it up. Anyway, thanks guys, bye!